Sure, some of you guys will recognize this place. Good old Statham, Georgia. Sorry I've been gone for so long. I've been checking my subscriptions and everything every once in a while to get the chance, and clicked on over the channel and realized I hadn't uploaded anything in like 3 weeks. And I think I got a comment the other day asking where I was at, so I'm still here. I'm still alive. Really sorry about that. That wasn't really intended, and I don't really have a reason for it. I just wasn't filming. I got a bunch of projects that I've been working on, but like I could have filmed on like my way home or something like that. I just never did. But I'm here. The last time I filmed, which I was really upset about because the audio was fucking broken, was last weekend. I went and delivered Dell's R1 to him. Aside from the exhaust, everything else is pretty much finished. Got all the bodywork repaired and repainted. Did all the, replaced all the broken bits, got him some goodies, stuff that he didn't have before and that he wanted. So his baby is now back with him at his house, which is fucking awesome. It still sucks that he can't ride yet, but at least his motorcycle's home. I forgot how awesome those bikes were, even though I've wanted one for forever. I rode it from Athens to I guess just outside Lawrenceville, and it's Georgia summer and it's not too bad, but man, I forgot how much heat those bikes produced. You've got the engine heat in front of your legs, which usually gets, balanced by the wind, but then you got an undertail exhaust that cooks the back of your legs, so that was kind of uncomfortable, but the bike was amazing and fun to ride, so I didn't really care about it. Man, I found a beautiful road the other night out towards Comer, either Comer or Culbert. I was on my way to go do a memorial ride for a friend of ours, and that's the route that it took me because I was coming straight from Athens, and we were heading out to Watson's Mill State Park, or Watson's Mill Bridge State Park. It is a Watson's Mill is one of the very few covered bridges that are in Georgia. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and cross. State troopers, what are you guys doing? Oh, never mind, that's for Scythe. What are you guys out here? That's weird. We all met out at, or we're going to meet at Watson's Mill, and the route that it took me was kind of like super back roady, and I didn't really expect it, but I was just sitting there listening to my Cena, and all of a sudden I took a left onto a road, and then it was like, it'll be on here for like 6 miles or whatever it was, and it just went back and forth and up and back and forth, and just it was wonderful. I really enjoy roads like that, and it had like this kind of like, at one point it actually had a full canopy over the road, which I'm a sucker for. I love roads. I'm weird. It was gorgeous. I'll take you guys down that road one of these days. I can't remember. All I know is that it started me, if you guys are familiar with Comer or Colbert, it started me off on 8th Street. Yet again, I do not know which direction that is, but, oh. Ride motorcycles. It's the first time in a while I've had a day off where I've just gone and done nothing. Like, I left the house, you know, I had the GoPro charged and everything, but I left the house and just stuffed it in my pocket, and I was like, I'm just gonna go ride, and then whenever I feel like it, I'll put the camera on. I feel like I say this a lot, but if you guys follow my Instagram, Instagram, if you guys didn't know, Instagram is the way to keep up with me outside of YouTube. I do a lot of daily post stuff there, if not every other day. Whereas YouTube stuff, you guys have kind of noticed that it's kind of sporadic. I don't really have a set schedule. The other day I did my wife's headlight buckets for the R3. I did a projector install that has halos and an eyebrow, essentially, that flips between amber and flips between white and amber. Well, I am planning on doing that as a well, I don't know how to put it. Okay, so I am offering projector and eyebrow installs as a service. So if you have a halogen style headlight bucket, whether it be a single bulb, you know, like the FC09 where it's only got one, or if you have a dual headlight bucket like R3s, R6s, I am offering a projector install eyebrow, lighting essentially for the inside of your buckets. You guys can find all of that information on my website, stickerbombed.com, and I'll also have a form linked there somewhere. I'll have to put it up, but I have a form there as well that you guys can fill out and email me at stickerbomb@gmail. That has all the information you would need. It should answer any questions you may have. Projector headlights are pretty straightforward. There's nothing too sciencey about them. The ones that I use are 2200 lumens a projector. So if you've got a dual headlight bucket, you'll have 4400 lumens total. Each projector pulls 8 watts on low beam and 18 on high, while those most halogen bulbs pull 55 and 65 respectively. The eyebrows, I can't remember what they pull, but it's something super low. It's all LED. I can do installs in pretty much any bucket that has a halogen bulb setup. Now, the only restriction, obviously, are some of the newer bikes, like R1s. R1s pretty much already have halo, or already have projectors. If halos on that particular bike are something that you would like, or even eyebrows, still shoot me an email. Yet again, I haven't done it on one of those yet, and I would have to locate some more, different resources for that build, obviously, because the projectors that I install already have halos built into them. But don't be afraid to email me if you have any questions. You guys can find that in my description as well as on the website. I believe actually in the description will have all of the links for places wherever you want to go. Now, pricing. This is where I feel I'm beating everyone. Most headlight buckets you can either purchase that already have everything installed, or bucket services where the same thing what you'd be doing with me is you would be sending me your bucket, I do the install and send it back to you. Are usually anywhere from, I think the lowest I ever saw it was like 350 or 300. I want to say it's 350, but I mean I've seen buckets that go upwards of almost 6, which, yet again, I don't know if they're offering just the bucket with everything installed already, or if they're offering it as a ship-in service. I can't remember, but I will be offering mine as a ship-in service, so your stock headlight bucket. The pricing will be $200 for projector installs, and an additional $50 if you want to do the eyebrows, much like this photo here, my wife's R3. Unfortunately, I'm still trying to see if I can narrow down projectors that aren't, the housings that aren't blue. I do have a couple of dead projectors that I've got from Merlina's build that somehow something messed up with them. I partly due to, I think I reversed polarity at some point and fucked it up, but I'm going to see if I can either paint them or, you know, just black them out or something, and if I can, that will be another available option through the form. But up until this point, they will be blue. So at night, you're obviously not going to see it, but during the day, they'll be almost kind of like a sky blue. So if you decide to do a full package for me, you'd be looking at $250. You will have to pay the shipping out to me, but I will pay the return shipping that has full insurance and tracking number. I suggest you guys do the same. I would suggest you guys do that when you send it to me as well. That way there's no question about whether or not it's been delivered, or if it is being delivered. You know, there's all that information would be there. I got to get the fuel. So, now, you may be asking, what are the projectors like? Well, they're I'm sorry, not single filament. They're dual filament, quote unquote, LED style. So, on the inside of the projector, obviously if you guys know what a projector is, you know it's got the glass, you know, actual projection side of it, which is where the light shines through and gets focused. Behind that is usually a LED. So these projectors have LED, essentially an LED disc that on low beam only a certain amount of them are on, and then on high beam all of them are on. And the way they have the LED structured with the projector itself, it really does make a difference between high and low. It does the same style changes as most other headlights. The coloring options for the halos are, I believe it's red, blue, green, white, purple. And then for the Devil Eye, it's red, green, blue, and purple. For my wife's setup, I decided to, or she didn't like the fact that the ones that she wanted had purple halo, but they had blue Devil Eye. So she left the Devil Eye unplugged. Unfortunately, I do not have control over what they make, what my supplier makes and carries in stock. So if I cannot get you the color combo that you would like, what we can do is I can wait until they're either available, or see if I can source you a different style projector. The only downside with running a different style projector is you know, the ones that I've installed thus far have been one type, so I don't know if there will be any additional modifications I would need to do with a different kind. My setups will only have a single halo ring and a single Devil Eye per projector. There are some setups that do two. They'll do like an inner like red and like an outer green or something like that. I would like to eventually move to using those, but obviously those are more expensive. They're a little bit more complicated, and yet again I would have to find a supplier that I can get a hold of them from. So if you want that style, keep all this info in your back pocket, and then once they're available for me to get them, we can move forward. But if you guys are interested in projectors, definitely hit up my website. All the info will be on there, and it'll be in the news section. So once you go past the splash screen, I'll have a news article put up where you guys can kind of see and, wow, whatever, words, things. So, even if you guys want some general info on it, just don't be afraid to email me. I will respond. It may take me a day or two to respond, but I will respond back to you. YouTube comments are a little harder for me to get a hold of because YouTube decides when they want to tell me that something has gone through instead of alerting me as soon as it has. I've never been able to get a reliable way of communicating through the YouTube comments, so email me. Cannot stress you enough, email me. And for those of you on Instagram, go hit my Instagram so you guys can see the different photos that I did of my wife's R3. You guys can get a better feel for everything. And with that, I bid you a good day.